Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another car video. The dual sexual nature of women. And, this should be something anybody followed me a long time, especially those who read Nice Guys and Players should know this already. But it's kind of funny this morning, right? Oh, before I even get into it, I mean all women. What I'm about to talk about, all women. Because sometimes I talk about women on here and some dudes come on here and say, just black women, just black women. I'm like, please. This thing is global. This thing is global. And it's down to just the basic nature of women. So what happened, I was, I check all my sites in the morning when I get up extremely early. And somebody had tagged me on a post on Instagram. And it was a screenshot or something of a woman talking about, like she said she had her boyfriend and she only had sex with him once a month. And she really loved him and everything. But she only had sex with him to set a standard with him, right? Once a month now. This is somebody she loves. But she had another guy who was having sex with her every day. But she didn't love him. She didn't care for him that way. And I saw it. I was just like, yeah, that's normal. But then I checked my Facebook. Somebody tagged me on the same type of post. I was like, oh, okay. I guess the Great Pumpkin wants me to talk about this. Maybe somebody need to hear this. And those who read my book, Nice Guys and Players, y'all know that's how I started off the book with Larry and Krista. Larry was, the guy who was a good guy and everything, and he'd take Krista out. She looked at him as a future husband, but gave him none. But as soon as he left, she contacts this young dude, just to come in there and tear it up. I was like, shit. And that's a prominent thing. See, one thing, and I see what a lot of guys say out here. I see what a lot of guys say and how they talk. And you still got too many who go on what they see on the surface. What you see on the surface out here, you have to take with a grain of salt. Because you don't know what's happening behind closed doors. That's the important thing to remember. You have no idea what's happening behind closed doors, because what it is this. Women socially are expected to deal with a certain man. And that comes, and it's an important thing, because it's like who they're going to marry, who they're going to hang out with, who's in their social circle. That's why I say that social aspect, you got to pay attention to social class, religion, and all of that. Like I knew this woman, and sweetie, if you happen to see this, just happen to see this, I didn't call your name. I didn't call your name. Hold on. I got to say hi to a buddy. Yeah, I had to say hi to somebody. Anyway, right. Check it out. Yeah, she looking back too. Good Lord. Make a brother want to buy a new pair of shoes. Anyway, check it out, right? The situation I was about to talk about, I knew this woman, and she, we were cool and everything, real honest with each other. She had this church guy she dealt with, right? Church guy, good guy and everything. But the guy who was tearing her out was, I'll just say he was a thug. And even though I say that whole Pookie and Ray Ray thing is overrated, I never said it doesn't happen. I never said it happens enough. And so it was like she barely kissed the one guy, but the other guy, he was hitting that shit raw and well. And that young lady see this. I didn't call your name. Anyway, and that's just a reality out here, because see, one of the issues out here is there's not enough looked at what a woman actually wants sexually. See, a lot of guys, they think a woman care about what a man does socially also in the bedroom. Yeah, they care when they want to keep up good appearances. They care when they want to keep up good appearances. They care. And when they want a family, so they'll get a guy. They'll get a guy. And you know what? Honestly, he needs to look acceptable at the minimum. He needs to look acceptable at the minimum. He needs to look decent because he needs to look. At least she could have a decent looking child with him. He don't have to be drop dead handsome, but she needs to be like looking at him, because if that child coming out looking at like him, she needs to like it. So that's the thing, because women actually got a range of what their range is from fuckable to fine. That's the best way to look at it. Fuckable to fine. And even that, when there's a social thing, just enough. So, that social thing, when people talk money and status and all of that, and some degree of looks, that's very much a social thing. They want to keep up with the Joneses, look good in public. But the guy they actually get wet for, that's when the whole class, religion, all that goes out the door. Shoot, all that stuff go out the door, and it's just pure lust. And women need that too. See, one of the things a lot of guys don't understand or even talk about is how much women want it. In fact, when I've done some videos talking about women's sexual nature, dudes will challenge me. You say, well, if they had it, they'll have, they would have had sex with me or all these other guys. No, the sexual nature don't mean they're going to have sex with every fucking man out here. The sexual nature means they want some. The only difference is they want it from specific men. They still want it. It's just who they getting it from. And they want it bad. So a lot of times they'll deal with that social guy, somebody they can stand having sex with. They can put up with it. It's like, the average man only lasts 3 minutes any damn way. So they figure, hey, 3 minutes and, they get a car, house. They get that social status of married or, social status of a boyfriend. But then got that midnight man, that 12 to 5 man. The guy whose sole purpose is to have sex with him. And see, one of the things a lot of dudes don't get is not necessarily the type of guy you see on the surface. One of the reasons I promote the body game, because when you actually know who a woman deals with in private, the common denominator is a good body. Not even the face, because they ain't going to marry the guy. They ain't going to be seen in public. So that shit don't matter. They ain't trying to impress anybody. But they want that man going to fill her up. They going to want a man, with that nice package. They going to want a man who could pick her ass up. She want a man she can feel all over, lick all over herself. That's a physical thing. Sex appeal is centered on the body anyway. It's centered on the body. That's why I say, I tell guys, if you don't look like a movie star, don't worry about it. Get your body right. Get your body right. Get at least decent. Now, when I talk about, and even with what I talk about in my book, Nice Guys and Players, the whole point is being that man she want to walk out with in public, but get nasty with in private. But like I said, a lot of guys still don't get it. Don't get it. I'm like, dude, I'm trying to tell you. And when you understand that, when a man understands the sexual nature of the woman he's dealing with, then you understand everything. Like, women know to act sexually coy around the social type of guy. They know it, and guys expect it. They say, well, she making me wait. She want to get to know me better. Man, please, that woman probably done gave you a blowjob, gave some other guy a blowjob within 5 minutes of meeting. Seriously. And like I said earlier, some guys will come on here and say, yeah, that's what those black women do. Dude, there's women all over. See, I know how these women roll in real for one simple reason. I've said it. I ain't saying it out of pride or anything. I'm just saying it out of a reality. When I was younger, I was a side man for a lot of women. And contrary to some people think the women got control. No, she don't. Because the man got control there. He also got some leverage. He could look at it and say, hey, you mess up. I'll make sure I let this guy know. I'm just being real. But then, even then, it's usually, and I'm gonna tell you what, usually she's catering to him. The side dude can say, "Hey, you know what? I need some money." The woman will pay it, and she'll tell her husband whatever, or her boyfriend. And you know what's funny? Yeah, like I said, I rolled like that when I was younger. Because it didn't bother me. But then when that started getting conscious, I was like, man, I'm gonna stop this. But then the women were so jacked up that women just start straight up lying to me. And then what I say about don't say it's just black women, dude, there should be some white women, Asian women, Hispanic women. Women are women. Women are women. See, a lot of that other, when it comes down to sex, especially you dip into the shadow world, it's all lust. All this shit disappears. All these social constructs disappear. And that's why I tell men, work on that sex appeal, no matter what you got going on. But one of the things I see, too many dudes worry about the outside. They worry about the outside shit. It's like, yeah, a woman will pay attention, but she might put you in that trick bag. She'll put you in that trick bag. In fact, on my Rom TV site, and I'll put a link in the description box, I just started a new series, A Player's Eyes, the games women play. And one of the biggest things is get that money out of them. In fact, that's the earliest game I learned in Anacostia in Southeast DC. The game for man is to get as much pussy as he can without spending money. And a woman's game is to get as much money without giving up the pussy. It's just that simple thing. Because especially you get in some poor neighborhoods that type of game is a matter of survival and stuff. That's why you got that's why I would tell guys, watch out for those ratchet women. Watch out for women from those environments. They know how to play a guy. A lot of women do. And see, they'll get a lot of these guys who will do all the social stuff and then, act like they can't. Like, and I've run into some women that hit me with that. I say, oh, okay, you ain't feeling me like that. All right. I stopped messing with them. Then when they figured out they ain't playing that game, then they hit me up and come over to the place and stuff with nothing on but a trench coat and some heels. And you're like, okay. Just gotta understand it. Now it's raw. A lot of dudes don't want to deal with it, but you gotta deal with that reality. Because what joke is coming there. I need to trademark that shit. You be on that social side and stuff. You decide to come home early from work. You hear noise in your bedroom and stuff. And some young dude probably don't even look as good as you do. Pounding the shit out your wife and looking back at you saying, my bad. Did you, man? Let me finish up. Hell yeah. I'm gonna tell y'all something now. This is a little bit on the tangent. I be putting all that stuff out there and some people think it's crazy. People don't realize some of the psychotic ass shit I've lived through, I've seen, I've witnessed, participated in. Seriously. Since I was little, I ain't really find much peace about life until that's like a recent thing for me. It's like, I remember my co-parent saying, Rob, you just need to write down everything you've been through. She witnessed some of the bullshit. Seriously, you be seeing some shit. Damn, is this real? Now, somebody who, grew up in I'll say a vanilla environment, ain't seen shit. They be like, that don't happen. That's why I always ask sometimes. Somebody say something. I say, where you grow up at? Seriously. You shit. You saying some shit. You be like, I be looking back at some shit. Damn, that shit really happened. Like some shit, you see that shit on TV and you think they jumping a shark or something. But that shit be happening. Oh, man. But I share some stuff so, some younger dudes don't have to go through it. I already know what's coming. And, it's kind of bad when you dealt with enough women, seen through the lines, you can almost at least me, to a great degree of accuracy, predict their every move. And you sitting back like, oh yeah, okay, all right. Oh, that's your seduction? Okay, let me just sit through it. All right, I like surprise at appropriate moments. Seriously. Oh, man. Damn. Oh, man. like I said, peace is a recent thing in my life. Yeah, relatively peaceful. Still be getting into some stuff that I don't be sharing on camera. Oh, snap. Oh, okay. My buddy working today. I ain't seen her in a while. But, yeah. But, yeah. And you know what? Honestly, especially for the men, just understand that, like, when you're dealing with a woman, you got to figure out right away which side of the equation you on. You know, that woman talking about, oh, I got to get to know you and all that stuff. All right, you need to just say, oh, okay. And maybe put her on the shelf, make her secondary and everything. You know, while you go deal with the woman who's actually feeling you. You know, you might like something about her, so do what some real true to the game street players would do. Just say, oh, okay, that's how you roll it. All right, play the game with it and stuff. In fact, I'm gonna tell you how some dudes would do it for real. Like they get that woman talking about, oh yeah, I can't do anything with you. You know, I'm a good girl and all of that stuff. And you know, the street player be like, oh, okay. All right. Okay, cool. I respect that. Yeah, I'll wait 90 days. And the woman thinks she getting over on him. He just go over his other woman's house the whole time. And then when she finally give him something, think she doing something, you know, got her screaming and stuff. Eddie Murphy talked about this in Raw. She was like, woo, 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 woo. And she, oh, I didn't know he's like that. And dude be sitting back like, yeah, yeah. You know, I'm gonna need you to get out the house, man. I got something to do, but I love you. What have you done for me lately? Oh man. I'm just laughing about some of this stuff. Seriously, I be looking at what some people be saying, and I be like, they ain't experienced shit. What the fuck? They grew up in Mayberry or some shit, you know? A little Puretown, USA? Shit. Seriously. Or wherever in the world, you see some fucked up shit. Like, after you see it, shit like this is normal. It's like, shit. Oh, man. But anyway, y'all, that's all I got for today. I'm just laughing. But I'm trying to tell y'all some stuff to get burned. Because, like I said, let me try to be serious for a second. A lot of dudes just be getting burned because they don't got that street smarts. They don't know what's really going on out here. They can't see through the shadows. They can't see past corners. They don't got that third eye of game. Seriously. They don't know what's up here. And they be saying stuff and it be like, dude, really? You know, thinking they smart or they listening to other people who don't really have any idea either. Then there's a lot of people fucked up out here. A lot of dudes don't know what's up, and then there's a bunch of fine women at that. They sitting up there, they horny as shit because they like, damn, the guys ain't figured it out. I mean, they be up there trying to hand the pussy to some guys, and the guys are like crazy, doing some extra shit they don't need to do. I'm like, please. If a woman want to get with you, all you need is a spot to fuck. That's it. That's it. Seriously, if a woman really feeling you, you don't have to take her out. You don't have to spend money. You don't even have to impress her. You don't have to tell her what you do for a living. Seriously. You don't have to tell her what you do for a living. You know, there's women just around here who've shown some serious interest. Unfortunately, some of them got wedding rings on, so I got to be like, they have no idea what I do, so people can't say it's status. I told you, I drive a modest car, and only time I dress up doing my fly stuff is if I'm going someplace. But when a woman just want that thing, like I said, they just need a spot. Understand that, okay? Seriously, and that's one thing I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna have to start. Shit I'm seeing now, I'm just gonna just get raw. I'm just get straight raw. Somebody can't handle it, well, unsub me. Don't say anything. But if you got a problem with it, well, tell me where you live. Tell me what you've experienced in life, and I'm serious. Then don't tell me some damn study or something. Tell me what you did in the streets. Seriously. And when I say streets, I don't necessarily mean a bad neighborhood or anything. I just mean out here in the real world. Because a lot of what people be saying ain't the case when you actually go out here and deal with actual people. Seriously. So I gotta share that because seriously, I be feeling bad for some dudes. I mean, like I never forget there was this one time I was at a party. Just the last thing I'll share, right? This dude had driven the woman to the party, and it was like a party, and we were talking and stuff. And so I said, hey, okay, let me get your number. And she said, hey, you can't write down anything. That dude over there think he my man, right? And she said, can you remember? I said, yeah, I remember. And so she told me. Then the dude came over and was like, well, is he a co-worker or something? And I just felt bad because that dude was pressed about this woman. But let's just say she was good. There was some things she did well later on. But I just said, damn, I was feeling bad. And so many dudes out here be getting played. But then the dudes getting played, you try telling them something, they don't want to listen. And I was like, okay, I'll let you find out the hard way. I guess you got to have a my bad situation, or that kid you think is yours get older, you don't, you notice it don't look nothing like you. But it be looking like some guy that your woman, the mother, said was just a friend. So anyway, that's all I got for now, y'all. I'm going to get some Vetos and shit. I'll talk to y'all. Peace and blessings.